Hello. All right. We're recording. Let's see. It's 2:31 a.m. I'm making a brisket. And I told myself that I didn't want to use electronics because electronics fucking fuck my brain up, and I'm trying not to have a fucked up brain, and I'm trying to be creative, and every time I open up an electronic, all I want to do is scroll through Instagram or scroll through YouTube. I've been watching a bunch of YouTube videos about boats. I don't fucking know why. It's if you look at my YouTube feed, it's just boat related. It's boats. You got big waves. You got boat crashes. A lot of Titanic videos, and I've been watching all of them. I can't look away from the stupid fucking boat videos. If you go on my Instagram, it's a bunch of wrestling videos. There's a bunch of half naked dudes suplexing each other. So on one hand, it's borderline gay shit. On the other hand, it's boat sinking and waves, and that's all I'm thinking about now. And I gotta stop doing that. So I told myself as this brisket is in the oven that I gotta go do something else. And that something else was to turn off my electronics. And 10 minutes into it, I got so fucking bored that I had to do something. So I set up my microphone. I set up my recording shit. Now I'm talking into a microphone into a dark room at 2:30 in the morning. And I don't know what the fuck I'm going to talk about. This is for nobody. I don't intend on this being entertaining for anybody. This is for me so that I can be doing something that is somewhat productive, because though I don't intend or plan on anybody listening to this shit, it's good for me to sit and talk for an extended period of time, especially considering that the stuff that I am trying to get better at is talking. With the comedy thing, and I have a talk that I'm giving in a few weeks over in Nashville at the American Nystagmus Network, and honestly, I really should be working on that shit. And this is, you guys are listening to a physical manifestation of procrastination. I'm heavily procrastinating on working on my talk. I'm procrastinating so hard on doing my talk that I literally opened up and started doing another thing that I have been procrastinating on for triple the amount of time. I mean, I don't think I've filmed a solo fucking podcast in nearly a year. I'm procrastinating so hard on working on this speech that I picked up something that I haven't worked on in a fucking year. You guys are witnessing a crazy person. I can't even talk, my throat's all fucked up. I don't even, I'm not cutting any of this out. This is all gonna be in here. You guys are gonna listen to me clearing my throat, because truthfully there's gonna be one, maybe two people listening to this thing, and if you're one of those couple of people listening to this, you should turn it off. You should find something else to do. Most likely you're listening to this because you yourself are also procrastinating on doing something else. And this is, listening to me talk at 2:30 in the morning is not healthy. Go find something else. This is for me. This isn't for you. If you're still listening to this, you need to reconsider where you are in your life. That's my warning. I don't know how long this is gonna go on for. I could be doing this for another hour, and if you listen to this for more than 15 minutes, that could be borderline bad for your health. I think anything more than 5 minutes is you're walking on thin ice here, buddy. Go do your work. Get away from here. This. Oh my god. What the fuck am I even supposed to talk about? I don't have anything. I'm just gonna fucking ramble. I'm going to do right now what I would do when I journal and I don't know what I'm going to talk about. And that is, I just randomly start talking about whatever the fuck is on my mind. And then eventually topics are going to come. And sometimes it takes a while and sometimes they show up. In this specific scenario, nothing has shown up. My mind feels, oh yeah, I'm leaving that in. You fucking take it. Eventually, I think technology is going to get to the point where like you're going to start to be able to smell shit through an audio recording. Maybe in 15 years from now, you're going to be able to smell that burp and you're going to be able to rate it. And there's going to be, there's music reviewers, there's people who review music on the internet, there's people who review movies. Soon we might be getting like burp reviewers. We might be getting somebody, 15 years from now, if I ever become famous and you can start smelling shit through a computer screen, that burp might get a rating. If I were to rate it, it would be a low one. It wouldn't even be good. Like, I don't smell it. It's gone. I'm still talking about it though, because I have nothing else to talk about. I mean, what does my life come to? I'm sitting. It's nearly 3 a.m. I'm pulling an all-nighter because I've decided to make a brisket, and I decided I would have some fun and stay up all night because fuck me, I don't value sleep or health. At one point I thought this was a good, I still think it's a good idea. I'm not going to backtrack. I'm happy that I'm making that brisket. I'm happy, it's fun. This is my alone time. I gotta move this microphone up a little bit. I gotta like lean over. I gotta hunch so I can talk into this mic. I'm gonna end up looking like what Gen Z is gonna look like in 50 years from now after looking at their iPhone their entire fucking life. We're gonna start to evolve with a hunch in our neck because we can't control our phone addictions. Ugh. If I happen to sit in dead silence for whatever period of time, I'm leaving it all in just as a way to convince you to click off of this video. If it's silent for like if I'm thinking about what the fuck I'm going to be talking about for 3 minutes and I'm just silent for those 3 minutes, I'm going to leave it. Like, it'll give the listener some time to self-reflect and hopefully get bored enough to click out of this and go find something else. I think what caused me to start looking at all this ocean shit is that fucking submarine, that Titanic submarine that bursted underwater. I think that's what started it. Like, I looked up one video related to it, and the next thing I know, I get like a Titanic video in my feed. And then I've already seen Titanic a million times, so I decided to watch another shipwreck movie called Poseidon, it's not nearly as good as Titanic, but it was decent. I give it like a 4. And my that rating means absolutely nothing. I don't watch enough movies to accurately rate a film. Like, me rating a film is like, don't take it seriously at all, but I give it like a 4. I fucking swear though, dude, like all this, like the people in any like movie that you watch where there's like a boat crash like Titanic or Poseidon, and like that boat is sinking, like there's people trying to get off that boat, like for what? Like, God gave you an out. What are you fighting? I don't know. Like this Poseidon movie that I saw, I think there were only like 4 survivors on the entire ship, and like those 4 people that got out of that boat really had to like try, you know? Like, they didn't just accidentally survive that shit. Like, they, like, blood, sweat, and tears to get off that boat and survive, and just to live another day. And it's just like why? Like, so that you could be late on rent? Like, what the fuck are you trying so hard for? Like, God's hooking you up, dude. Like, you don't even, like, go under that chandelier that's fallen. Like, you don't have to get out of that boat. One of the dudes that got off this boat was like 80. Like, I swear, I'm not making this up. The dude who got off of the boat, this 80-year-old guy, he might not be 80, maybe a little younger. There was a scene where he was climbing through like a narrow elevator passage, whatever the fuck. And in order for him to get through, he had to like kick the dude that was there was a dude holding onto his foot because he was also trying to escape, and they were like pulling, these two other people were like pulling these dudes up. So there's like a younger dude holding on to the foot of an old man, and eventually like they start to slip, and the old man is like, oh shit, if I don't kick this young guy off of my foot, we're both gonna die. And like the old man fucking kicks this kid, he's like 25, kicks like the 25-year-old off, kills the 25-year-old, fucking survives, gets off the boat and survives. What? So he could like die like 2 years later of natural causes. Like, I don't understand that scene. I'm, you know what? I can't even make this up. This old man who survived the boat crash, literally like the first fucking scene of the movie, he was about to kill himself. Like, this dude was about to jump off the boat because his I think his boyfriend like left him or something. So this old man is about to jump off the boat, and he sees the big ass wave coming in his direction, and instead of committing suicide, homeboy runs back into the boat so that he can escape it again. And like, that's like my big takeaway from that movie. I don't know why like the fucking old guy like who's trying to commit suicide, he keeps himself alive while kicking off in simultaneously. How the fuck do you say that? I've never said that word before. I see it in books. Simultaneously. I think that's it. Simultaneously. Never had to say it before. I don't plan on saying it again. Dude kicks off the young guy, kills the young guy, survives that shit. And it's like, I don't even like, his boyfriend had just broken up with him, and like he was so upset about it that he was gonna kill himself, and he survives that shipwreck. There's like 4 people. There's like 1,000 people on this fucking boat. There's like 4 people that survive, and like one of them is like the dude who's borderline suicidal, and his life pretty much sucks. What the fuck did he try so hard for? Why did he have to? I don't get it. I'm not even borderline suicidal, and I wouldn't have tried that hard. I would have I would have literally I would have given up so fast. If I was on that boat, I would have given up so quickly. Like, there's no way. The second that boat hits that wave, I'm finding a gun, and I'm not. I don't understand that part of the film. I don't know why the old guy survived. The rest of it was okay, I guess. It was fun. Like, the movie was fun, you know. Like, it kept me entertained. I didn't turn it off. It gave me anxiety because half of the scenes, everybody's about to fucking drown, and there's like scenes where they have to hold their breath underwater for a long period of time, and like I'm like not even totally okay with being in a pool, and I gotta watch these people holding their breath on a boat that's going down. Like, yeah. That's my rant. What do I talk about now? I don't know. I'm making this brisket. I'm making this brisket because I'm going to sell brisket sandwiches. I'm going to see how that goes. I have absolutely no idea how many sandwiches I'm going to sell. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to sell the sandwiches. They're not going to be cheap. They're going to be like $10 a sandwich. It's not cheap. But I'm making this brisket with a lot of love. I put it into the oven at midnight. It's almost 3 a.m. I'm going to be cooking it for like another 6 hours or so, and I'm going to let it rest for another 3 to 5 hours, and then I'm going to chop it up, put it into a sandwich, and bring it to the back of the restaurant that I work in, and I'm going to sell these sandwiches and see if I can make any money off of it. Because anytime I bring some food that I make into this restaurant, these people fucking freak out, and they eat it. I swear, I'm not even, like, this dude, a few days ago, I made this steak, and he ate it, and he told me that my cooking was, like, better than his mother, and I'll take it. Like, that's a compliment. I'll take it. I didn't even, like, try hard on that steak, man. I just seasoned it up at the house real quick, and then threw it on the grill at the restaurant, and, like, these people jizzed all over for it. So, yeah. We'll see how they like the sandwiches. I'm making this food with love. I'm telling you, I kissed that meat. I said a little prayer, threw it into the oven, and here we go. Like, I'm hoping that this is the best brisket sandwich that these people have ever had in their life. So $10, best brisket sandwich you've ever had. I don't think it's that expensive, especially for the fact that I'm staying up all night and I'm making this shit. I think they're gonna enjoy it. And I'm gonna enjoy making it too. I'm enjoying talking into the mic right now. I pray nobody's listening to this still. You shouldn't be here. Go find, if you're still listening. Fuck, dude. Like, you go join a church or something. Go find. You need a hobby at least. Yeah, let's get some silence real quick. Now what? What are we going to talk about? I should have at least written down a couple of topics before I even started doing this. But truthfully, I did not intend on doing this. Like I said earlier, I'm procrastinating so hard on writing my speech that I am doing something that I have been procrastinating on so much harder, which is kind of funny. Like, maybe, how does that work? Maybe if I want to stop procrastinating on writing my speech, I need to find something more important and then procrastinate on that thing. And then maybe I'll procrastinate so hard on that more important thing that it'll almost force me to start working on my speech, because that's essentially what just happened here. This is magic. This is David Copperfield shit. The fact that I brought this microphone into the basement and connected it to the computer and started talking on this when I've been telling myself, like, every day for the last 6 months that I gotta do this, and I never did it, and I'm simply only doing this so that I don't have to do something else, is like, someone's got to do research on that. Like, doing it, this is like borderline, like, you could be doing experiments on this. And I'm also out here talking about, like, rating the smell of a burp through a computer screen. Like, people might be listening to this audio 15 years from now in a university, trying to dissect this, figuring out what the hell is going on. I don't know what's going on. I almost never know what's going on. Maybe I can work on some material. Let me pull up my joke board. Let's see what's going on here. Maybe I'll do some material. Okay. You know what? Fine. Here's this one stuck out to me. Here's a premise that I'm trying to work on, and I've never been able to get this right. I've never been able to do it. The premise is, well, first of all, I'm going to be talking about my eye condition. which is for anybody who's listening, for the love of God, please don't listen to this. But if you're somehow listening to this, I have, and you don't know me, I have an eye condition called nystagmus. It makes my eyes move around uncontrollably all of the time. And I make jokes about it on a stage in front of a crowd. Usually a crowd of almost no people. Occasionally there will be some people. And like there's this quote out there that I think I can write a joke for. And for some reason I've written jokes about this quote, and nothing has really ever worked in a crowd. The quote is that the eyes are the windows into a person's soul. And it's like my joke is like, I'm talking about my eyes. I'm saying that the eyes are the windows into a person's soul. And the shit that I came up with was like, well, sometimes windows break, sometimes a kid hits a window with a baseball, and that window shatters and it can no longer be used for window purposes. And, if someone were to judge the quality of my soul by looking into my eyes, they would probably tell me that I need to find God. and ironically, I think that God's probably the one responsible for all this. And so like initially, like that was kind of the joke, right? And I thought that it was going to work. I'm not going to lie. I was kind of confident in that. I thought that shit was hilarious. And I've said that on stage like 5 times, with a few variations here and there, but like along those lines, I've said it on stage 5 to 10 times, and that shit doesn't fucking work, bro. I mean, what the fuck? Like, I have so much other material that works on a I can have like a killer set. I'd be saying like killer joke works, and then I'll like say some of that, and like it just doesn't work. Which is funny because like I had more confidence in that bit than I did for most of the material in my set that works. Which kind of makes it hard to have confidence in new material until you try it out on stage a few times and it works. Because I swear, I've had some shit that I wrote down and I think that it's killer and I think that it's going to go over very well. And then I say it and that shit bombs really hard and it doesn't work. And then yet there's certain jokes that just came very naturally to me. And then I had to work on them at all. Like the joke just wrote itself. And I say it on a stage and it fucking kills. And more often than not, those are the ones that I keep in my set. And the jokes I have to like really think about, the jokes I have to like sit down for an hour and dissect and think about, don't usually end up being the ones that make my set. Funny enough, I don't know why it works like that, but I guess that's the way that it works. I'm trying to adjust my microphone. I'm gonna seriously have neck problems if I gotta hang my neck down any longer, so I could. Oh, it didn't fucking work. All right, I might just hold the mic. You know what? I'm just gonna be uncomfortable. I'm just gonna be uncomfortable. That's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna find a lower seat. This is not better. I thought that this would be better. Fuck. I'm not a problem solver. I'm not gonna sit here and solve problems. I've never been a problem solver. I'm the person who naturally discovers who the problem solver is and sticks with that person. So if a problem arises, that person can protect me. That's what I do. I'm naturally good at finding the protector. That's that shit's fucking hilarious. Yo, whoever's listening to this has got to deal with me laughing at my own shit. Fuck. Oh my god. Find the protector. God. I'm sorry. Just ignore all that. What am I supposed to what the fuck am I supposed? You guys try sitting in a room and talking into a microphone for an extended period of time. You fucking try it, all right? Ain't no way. Like I'm not listening to it. I mean, you could try it. You could put it out. You know, I might listen to it. I might, because like 99% of the time I am procrastinating on doing something. And I find very odd ways to procrastinate on doing things. So, you know, if you make some shit, I'll fucking procrastinate on it. It's fucking crazy, man. I'll be procrastinating my entire life. Like, I'll just procrastinate my whole day away from doing productive shit. But like, if my friend sends me like a song to listen to, like I'll go to work. Like I'm not gonna, like I'll be procrastinating on some shit, and my friend will send me a song, and then I will procrastinate on listening to that song, and then I will start to do something more productive with my life in an attempt to procrastinate listening to that fucking song. Which is, I guess, exactly what I'm doing right now by filming this podcast as opposed to working on my speech. I dare you to keep up with me. Like, what the fuck am I even saying? I sound like a crazy person. And it's just going to get worse from here. Like, it's, you know, it's a cloudy sky, and the sun is nowhere in sight. And that's what this whole podcast is just a cloudy day. And we might get some rain. So bear with it, you know, like there's no music or anything. Like there's not gonna be anything redeeming here. There's no music. I might go fucking pick up the guitar and go play a couple tunes. I might do that. Should I do that? Should I go? Nah, fuck that. I'm not doing it. Maybe next time. Or maybe later today. I'm not doing the guitar. It's on the other side of the room. I'm not going to go walk over there and go bring it back here. That sounds like a terrible idea. I'm already sitting. Why would I stand up if I'm sitting? That's like the last thing that I want to do if I'm sitting is stand up. I would rather just not stand up. Yeah, I'll let it be silent, like I said. You know what's funny enough is I keep saying that I'll let it be silent, and then anytime it's silent for like more than 5 seconds, I have to interject and then brag about how I'll let it stay. And I'll interject and then just make sure to make a note and say that I'm okay with it being silent, when clearly I'm not okay with it being silent. Because if I was okay with it being silent, I would probably have only said like 5 words in this entire podcast. It would mostly be silence. I'm most obviously not okay with this being silent. I don't fucking know. You know, right now I have the desire to stop recording. But the problem is, if I stop recording, I have to do something else. And I don't want to do something else. I want to sit and do nothing. And right now, this is my way of sitting and doing nothing, is by talking to myself like a crazy person. If I were to stop doing this, I would have to go find something else to do. I would have to probably work on my speech. And I don't want to fucking do it. Because I made a promise to myself, you know, like I don't want to scroll on Instagram. I don't want to go on YouTube. I don't want to watch a movie. I want to like remain somewhat productive and somewhat creative. I don't want to do that to my brain. Like I want to stay here. I want to be aware. I want to be present. I want to enjoy the time that I'm spending by myself to make this fucking brisket. I don't want to go into a state of of sleepwalking by opening up a YouTube and just staring at a screen for the next 8 hours. Ugh. Yeah, I mean, You know what I noticed? Okay, like this is, I don't even know why I'm saying this. There's probably no way that I'm going to be able to articulate any of this. But like my state of being, like the quality of where my mind is at is like highly dependent on like what I imagine the next few days are going to look like. So like if I know that, for example, if I know that tomorrow I had to like wake up really early and I had to do work all day at like a job that I don't really care about, I'm gonna like feel like shit. Like I'm gonna feel like shit right now, even if the things that I'm doing right now like are decent. I don't know, dude. I wouldn't stop thinking about, oh, I have to wake up in the morning and oh, I have to fucking work 10 hours at some place that I don't want to fucking be at. Like my mindset is highly dependent on on the shit that I feel like I will be doing tomorrow or next week. Like if I got a thing coming up next week that I'm not looking forward to, I'm gonna feel bad. But then if I got something I'm looking forward to, I'm gonna feel good. Like this week it was my birthday, and so like last week I was kind of looking forward to this week. And like when the thing that you're looking forward to finally comes, like you're not feeling it anymore. Like if the thing that you're looking forward to comes, but then like you feel like the next few days are going to be like shit, then you're just going to feel like shit. So shit, maybe I got to start making up things that I'm looking like I'm not going to get all fucking philosophical right now. Philosophical. I'm not doing all that. I'm not all that other. Okay. Like it was fucking like impossible making those other videos that I did on this channel, like where I sat in front of the camera and I like spoke about like deep shit. I don't know, I can't do that. It felt fake. Like the things that I was saying, I truly care about. Like I really care about like everything that I spoke about. I feel deeply about, but like it felt fake to like be saying it in the manner that I was saying it in. This feels much more comfortable. I feel much more comfortable getting into like those topics right now than, because I gave myself like I didn't really allow myself to like talk freely in those videos, and maybe part of it was because I had a camera on me, and the fact that I don't have a camera on my face right now kind of gives me some sense of freedom, liberation. I feel like I could like I'm still like till this day very insecure about my eyes, and I don't really like the way that they look. So like right now without the camera on my face, I could look wherever I want without having the fear of that camera on me and then picking up any eye movements that I'm having or any like weird direction that I'm looking at with my eyes. Like I feel much more comfortable right now. So like maybe that's part of it, but then also like I told myself that like with those videos, I wanted those videos to be like my serious videos. I wanted those videos to be like, I'm serious. I'm taking life serious. Like this is my philosophy. This is my spirituality. This is my serious shit. Meanwhile, it's like, and then I was like, the comedy will be one aspect of my life, and like the serious shit will be another aspect of my life. And it's like I don't know why they can't be intertwined. Look at somebody like Jessa Reed with her podcast. Like she talks about some of the deepest shit that you've ever seen, but she's also cracking jokes and being herself the entire time, which I think is fucking beautiful. So if there's a way for me to do that, which I think that I'm not gonna lie, like I'm having much more fun right now, just sitting, talking the way that I'm talking right now. I'm having way more fun doing this than I have ever had probably filming any of those videos. I was too serious. I was too uptight. I was like preaching. I was like talking. I was like, fuck, man. Like that shit cringes me out. But I don't know. Fuck, I'll tell you what though, like the destroyer of art, the destroyer of creativity is like when you post that shit and then you start caring about the views that you get. Like anytime right now that I start thinking about this getting like any views or like anybody listening to this, it's like it fills me with like an emotion that like I don't like. I don't like the idea of posting or creating art so that for validation, for like other people to listen to you and be like, oh, I love that for you. Like I love, like you're doing such a good job. But like every time I post content, that's what I look for. I look for the validation, and like that shit fucks me up so bad. I'm recently like getting out of a 3 to 4 week fucking depression because I posted something on Instagram and I got like 40,000 views, and a shit ton of likes. And I went through like a little phase where like anytime that happens to me on Instagram, I refresh my Instagram page like 1,000 fucking times so I can see myself getting like 100 likes a minute or like 50 likes a minute. And then it slows down and it goes faster. And then my whole life just revolves around like how many views my material is getting or how many views my content is getting. And then it takes me away from like the creative mindset. It takes me away from the moment, from the present. And then it just fucking kills any desire to do anything creative. And like, but then it's like, then you have like the stupid thoughts. You have like the egotistical thoughts. It's like, well, why even post this? Why even do this if you're not getting any views? Like, what is the purpose of what you're doing? Like me talking into a microphone right now and then posting this for this to get 0 views. I have to be like totally cool with this getting no views. And if this does get views, I gotta be cool. Like I have to, like the more I post content and the more that I work on material and then post it and get validated from the outside world on my material, the more that I realize that I need to have like a very stoic mindset when it comes to creativity and posting that creativity for the world to see. Because truthfully, like for me to be successful as a stand-up comedian, the world has to see my shit. And I need to get better at dealing with the world's reaction to my material, whether they like it, whether they don't like it. I'm gonna be honest, this is just the truth. Like 99% of like the feedback that I get on comedy that I post has been really fucking good. And it's not, and I still get fucked up over like the really good feedback. Like it's not like if I get good feedback I feel good, I get bad feedback I feel bad. Like if I get good feedback I feel bad. If I get bad feedback I feel bad. Like the good feedback isn't even validating. It fulfills like a weird part of my ego that doesn't even feel good when it gets fulfilled. And it's like, fuck, dude. It's like then why am I even posting anything? Well, because like I want to accumulate a following so that eventually one day I can make a career out of doing the stand-up. It's like, okay, well, you're still going to have to post it so that you have the chance and the opportunity of accumulating a following. So you're going to have to post your shit either way. So you better like get better at dealing with the reaction from the world, because, man, it'll eat you alive. That shit will tear you apart. I mean, how many people's lives get destroyed because they get popular, they get famous, and they don't know how to handle it. And fuck, dude, it happens all the time. And it's like, I'm lucky to be starting to like learn these things right now before anything ever takes off. Cause like nothing's really taken off for me. I've had videos that had like a bunch of views, thousands of likes and shit. And I mean, I only have a few hundred followers, but like, and I still get fucked up. I get fucked up over like 75,000 views, like 30,000 likes. That shit fucks me up, man. Like it'll put me into a fucking depression, and I have to learn. And like you would think getting a lot of views feels good, and like it doesn't, man. Like not for me. Like I need to get. And so luckily for me, like nothing ever really popped off. I never really got millions of views or on anything. Never really like nothing crazy has happened. So thankfully, I'm still getting to learn how to deal with getting views, like trial and error, and learning how, like my friend Brian, for example, he's made some videos on YouTube that have 700,000 views, and to me he seems like he's handled that shit very well. I wish I could handle getting that many views as well as he has. I cannot handle 700,000 views. I can like not even handle 50K. How the fuck am I going to handle 700K? How am I going to handle getting, I mean, Brian's videos are great. Like he's gotten tremendous feedback. I don't think I can handle all that shit. I'm not ready for all that. Like I need to become more stoic when it comes to my reaction to people's reactions to my material. Like if it gets 100,000 views, great. If it gets 100 views, great. If it gets 0 views, great. Because at the end of the day, I'm not doing this shit for the views. Like that's what I have to ingrain in my head, is I'm not doing this shit for the views. I'm doing this shit because it fulfills me and it makes me feel good to create. It makes me feel good to sit down and write a joke and tell that joke on a stage in front of people and making those people laugh. It fulfills me with something that I've never been with. It fulfills an aspect in my life that has never been fulfilled before ever. Comedy has filled a void that I've had my entire life, and that void has never been filled, and comedy has been able to fill that void with or without me posting that shit on Instagram and getting thousands of views. I'd feel just as fulfilled with my comedy going on stage making hundreds of people laugh than that shit getting a lot of views on YouTube. That the YouTube views and like the Instagram views does not fulfill any of it. Like it's the creation, it's the art, it's the getting better at the art, it's the doing it over and over again and getting better and going on stage and working on your stage presence and just getting better. That really fulfills that void. It's not the YouTube views. That shit's fucking retarded. Ooh, fucking, I said retarded. And then, yeah, and like this thing right now, like me talking to him, like I feel good right now. Like this feels right. Like I feel very comfortable talking. Like this is fun for me. This is like a hobby, you know, like this is, regardless of any views that this gets, I wish I could just like post shit and then never see the views ever. Like I wish I could just forget that I posted shit. And I pray that one day I'll be able to get there where the views just don't affect me at all. And I don't refresh any page to like see how many views I get. Like hopefully one day I'll have enough fulfillment in my life outside of the view count to completely like make the view count look irrelevant. Unfortunately, I'm not there right now, but I'm working towards it. Like every time I'm going to post a new piece of content, I'm going to learn what I learned from the last time I posted something, and I'm going to try to get better. Because the last time I posted something, like I said, it got, you know, a good amount of views, and it really fucked me up and put me into like a depression because of how much value I gave to those views. And that shit is so negative. It's so harmful to mental health. And like a lot of people don't even understand that because a lot of people don't make content and like release it. It's not a common thing. Like if I feel like it seems more common than it is because every time we go on YouTube or Instagram, all we see is content. So I think that we assume that more people make content than they actually do. Like I work in a restaurant. Maybe I have like 100 fucking coworkers in my restaurant. I don't really know anybody who posts content. Like I'm sure that they're out there, but like I haven't spoken to them about it. And I ask people what they do outside of work, and like nobody said I post shit on Instagram or I make YouTube videos or I do comedy. Nobody said any of that. So like I don't know, it might be hard for somebody to hear somebody talking about getting 100,000 views and being like, oh, but that shit sucked. Like it did not feel good. Because I don't know. I think before I ever started posting anything, if I heard of somebody getting that many views, I'd be like, whoa, dude. Like, I bet you feel great after getting that many views. I feel like, I bet that you feel so super fulfilled. And then for someone to break the news that like, whoa, I actually don't feel good after all that. I feel like that would be surprising to me. Fuck, did I even take a breath? Jesus Christ. Oh, all right. That's enough. That's enough of this. I fucking pray that I do this again. I pray that this isn't a one-off. Like, because I enjoyed this a lot. I really hope that I don't fall back into my stupid ways and then just neglect this for the rest of my life until I find something to really procrastinate on and then pick this up again. I really hope that that's not what it takes for me to get back to doing this. I've just started and stopped doing the podcast so many times that like every time I start up again, it's just like really hard to convince myself that this is the time that I'm going to stick with it. But then again, this is also the first time that I've done the podcast in this format before. And truthfully, I really enjoyed doing this. And I feel great right now. So why not continue doing the things that make you feel good? Anyway, I'm fucking getting out of here. I'm going to go check the temperature on the steak. I'm going to go caffeinate myself. I said steak. It's a brisket. I'm going to correct myself. Fuck, caffeine. I'm going to do it. I'm going to find coffee somewhere. All right. No outro. I'm not going to be fucking formal. Fuck you.